Hello everyone, I'm the Architect and welcome to Aven Colony, a game that, despite how I originally read it, is not Avian Colony. In about 15 seconds, I saw this game, got really excited, started picturing what a city simulator where your citizens are birds would be like, and then immediately was disappointed whenever I realized that I read it wrong. Either way, it still looks great. It's sci-fi city builder game in these lush, amazing locations that you can see panning back here in this little start menu. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but it does kind of start out with crushing a few of my dreams. Let's get right into it here. This is a sci-fi city builder game, which, you know, just checks all the boxes for me. And I had not heard about this game until yesterday, which is, if you're watching this on YouTube, is going to be 2 days ago. So I really have no idea what to think about this. It came out yesterday, I believe, as well. So we're just going to have to see. Let's go.
Welcome to the Aven Expedition. As the governor of humanity's first colony outside the solar system, it's no exaggeration to say that the future of human civilization is in your hands. We've been in orbit for 300 hours since reaching Aven Prime, so no doubt you've had plenty of time to review the mission briefing.
Oh yeah,
You'll
definitely.
be touching down on Vanar, which is the closest thing Aven Prime has to planet Earth. There's a great deal of plant life here, but don't be fooled. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, so we'll need to keep the colony hermetically sealed. We have a small settlement here, and you will assume command upon touchdown. There are no signs of intelligent life so far, but do keep an eye out. Your mission coordinator will be Vori Markov. She and I will be monitoring your progress closely from the colony ship. Good luck, Governor.
I just love that name, Markov. So we're going to skip the simulations, introduce you some of the more advanced features, as well as key concepts such as colonist morale, overlays, social policies. First holosim, this training exercise is optional, but the Commissioner considers it very important. Well, too bad, Commissioner. Going straight to Vanar, and if I wanted, I can go jump right into Sandy Gulch, which doesn't look as nice to me. I'd like to start in the lush tropic area here. Difficulty, challenging, hard, insane. Cakewalk. I like when they use words other than just easy, very easy, normal. I mean, you can work them in there, they're still using them, but we're just gonna go with normal for now. I might buff the difficulty up on the next simulation or next missions, but look at all of these things to do. Whew. Then, of course, there's also a sandbox.
Welcome to the Aven Expedition.
No, launch it. I know, we already heard it. Wow, this place is pretty. This place is so pretty. Look at it. Oh, and just like that, I'm in control. All right, let's pause real quick. Always like to, holy crap, look at that giant bug. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, that's creepy. Oh, get away. Just get away. Okay, so it looks like it's tile-based. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I know nothing about this game, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I didn't even do the tutorials just to test the recording. I should have. That would have been a good way to test the recording. But nope. Just hopping straight in. I've looked at the control scheme and that's... Oh, and I didn't notice this guy before. Look at him. Ah, look at it. It's cute. Like it. Where's it going, though? Just gonna go off and explore? That's fine. Okay. You enjoy your exploring, little rover. Actually, I say little. There's the rover. There's a person. So, yeah, everything in this game might look small, but the scale is gigantic. I mean, if that's a person, this is, what, just a designation post, and it's a story tall? That solar panel is probably 3 stories tall. just the panel part of it, not even the whole thing. Either way, let's get started with the mission.
Welcome. Your colonists have been informed of your arrival and are eager to see what their leader can do for them.
Okay. Vanar is a small colony in one of the friendlier parts of Aven Prime. Aven Prime. I'm gonna keep reading it that way because I really wanted this to be about building bird cities. Water and plant life are plentiful here, and most crops grow well. Okay, first we'll need a supply of water. Open the water submenu, the animated water droplet, neat, and click select the water pump, then place it directly adjacent to one of your existing structures. We'll get 13 nanites for that. Okay, so really, the checklist I would go through with a city builder like this, especially one that starts you out, is check your resources for your colonist survival. Survival is the most important thing. So water looks like we're losing. Food looks like we're losing. So I'll go ahead and do what it says. Okay, cool. This game looks freaking gorgeous. So water pump tier 1. 9 nanites, requires 5 power and 4 workers. Extracts water from underground. To avoid filling the colonist's inventory with water, it only pumps when... Oh, that's nice. It only pumps when the colony's water per citizen is too low. That's a nice stat to have. 33.1 per colony. That's great. That's a fantastic stat. Ooh, I like this. Ah, I wish I could put these over here. Wait, are these relevant to, like, what they're nearby? It looks like it. You know, it's all yellow over here, which means it's probably not as great. But it's blue here because it's near these pools of water. Right? At least that kind of seems like what it is. Whatever. I like it. So that looks like a resource. I wonder if we can build stuff in here, or don't know what that thing is. That looks like a resource. That's absolutely a resource. Okay, let's put this in the bluest section possible. It wants me to put it adjacent to a colony square. So here? Why not? And it's a bit slow. What is ×2 speed like? Oh yeah, that's nice. So I might do everything at ×2 speed, fair warning. Or paused. I have a tendency to do that. I like to build when things are paused and then run the simulation at double speed. Or faster. I dig this rover. I might need to build this rover in another game. Maybe a Kerbal Space Program? Space Engineers? Don't know. So I can pump to 16. What are we at now? 32. Or I can pump to 22. I'm going to pump to 22. Why not? I can drop a few extra storages if need be. And objective complete. Moving on.
The colony could benefit from a higher level of food output.
Okay. Your colonists would like to increase food income. Build a farm somewhere near the edge of your colony, adjacent to any existing structures. Then you'll receive pot ash, which your farms can use to accelerate their efforts. Oh, that's nice of them. Oh, is this going to have an overlay too? And there's things in here. Okay, so farm tier 1, 9 nanites, 5 power, 5 workers, grows crops for food, does not work in the winter. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. This is functionally useless in the winter. Grows crops for food, however, grows at 50% efficiency in the winter, but it still grows. I think my first food source should be a greenhouse, because then if all else fails, we can move into food rations and still have food being produced. Oh, I didn't expect this. So there's different foods. I need to go back and play Banished. I keep getting Banished vibes here. Okay, so that's where our water's coming from. I feel like it should be close to our water. Maybe up here. Probably gonna put it here. Okay, so I have barley selected. Up to 55, up to 5.5 barley an hour. How about broccoli? Up to 4.4. Corn 6, so corn's looking nice. Melons, 7.8 to melons. Looking like it's gonna be melons. Oh yeah, quinoa doesn't grow well here. And rice is okay. Definitely need to do some melons. Should I panic and overproduce food like I always do? It seems like we're given a pretty decent supply here. Just gonna follow the quest line. I always do that. I always panic and end up producing like 50% more farm and water production than I need for any given environment. Yay!
Hello, Governor. I wanted to remind you that the mission objectives from my team are here only to guide you. While several of these objectives are necessary in order to complete your mission, your first priority should be the safety of your colony. As an experienced colony governor, we trust your judgment, and I urge you to take your time and put your colonists ahead of your mission. Good luck.
Fair enough. I like that. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at things. We have a solar panel. So this generates, it's automated, doesn't require any workers, and it generates power. Supplies 26 electricity. That's quite good. Then what is this? So it's a solar module, supplies 4 electricity. Oh, okay. So this and these things are like tier 0 buildings. They're the stuff that you start with, which you're expected to replace. Okay, I like that. That's good. Give me some tier 0 things. Get me started. I don't usually like it whenever they give you a starting base, simply because then it takes away from the initial setup, and that initial setup, figuring out where you're going to place your first structures and then structure your whole system around that, is one of the things I enjoy the most. That first moment where you place things down. You already have a solar panel. Let's build a wind turbine. Wind turbine. A battery? Okay. Whoa. What in the world? Right, pause again, just so I can look at things. Wind turbine, 9 nanites to generate 6 power. Provides a small flow of electricity from wind power. Can also operate in fan mode, where it will push away toxic gases while consuming electricity. So it's a dual purpose building. I like that. Solar panels. 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it takes 3 more nanites, but it produces 2 more power. So does this just work at the same efficiency year round? Seems like it. 12 nanites build up to 8 power. Generates electricity from sunlight and reflects light from gas giants. Okay. Generates 50% power during winter. Provides power to all connected structures regardless of distance. That's nice. And then there's bigger ones. How about we just jump right up to a tier 2? Actually, hold on. What's this? Geothermal vent, real close to us. So I'm sure that's, yep, here's this. Generates up to 200 power. Okay. Generates electricity from geothermal vents. Yeah, we're gonna place this to complete the quest, but we're going for that. I want to recycle this. The structure cannot be recycled until your colony is generating at least 200 total electricity. Well, fine. So never mind, it has requirements. I kind of like the main street idea for this colony. I think we're going to stick with that. We might branch off a little bit, but for right now, I really shouldn't put this in front of a solar panel. I mean, that's the direction the main sun's coming from. Odds are, if the sun was coming from over there, this would be a really poor place for a colony reliant on solar, because that would be in the way. So odds are the sun rises over there and sets over there. So we're going to put the wind turbine here. Nice. Also, how about, since they're going to be generous, can we upgrade this to get more drones? Ooh, I want to point something out that I noticed in my testing. Look at this repair drone. Look at this thing, okay? Just keep that in mind. Where's a person? Okay, there's a person.
Hi, Governor. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, also you can click on the people and talk to them. See all their needs, what they're doing, things that they like, what they're consuming, how happy they are, their health, yada yada. Look at how tiny he is compared to that drone. Also, we're building structures. The drones are building structures for the humans to work in. Very much the opposite of what you would expect. Now, I think robots have taken over. I feel like the robots have taken over and have now enslaved humanity. I bet we could go out here. I bet it's all oxygen and nice and everything. But no, they keep us trapped in these little bubbles just so that they can take over the world. Like, oh yeah, you can't go back to Earth. You left Earth now. You had to leave Earth. Yeah. Figure out this game has a bit of a deeper meaning to it. Holy crap, that's an inefficient turbine. Okay, before some of you jump on me for that statement, this kind of turbine, where it has the twists like this, is less efficient than the standard prop turbines we have today. I don't know why they would have these things on the side. Those are pointless. However, there is a proposed design for turbines like this. The reason for that is because prop turbines, which rotate like this, as opposed to these, which rotate like this, take up a lot of space. More space than their actual physical structure takes up, because they create little wind swells around the tips of them, and they disrupt the wind patterns in front of them. This makes it to where, or behind them, I mean, this makes it to where you can't have them too close. If you go look at a wind farm with the whole bunch of wind turbines out there, that's about as close as you can physically stack them. A wind turbine of this size will generate about 33, something like that, about a third less power for the size. However, you can stack these side by side because they don't generate enough turbulence to affect people or to affect other turbines that are right next to them. It's better for space, but less for material efficiency. In this case, that's probably not a great idea, as we have tons of space, but resources are probably pretty limited. In this case, you probably want to build the big wind turbines. However, these look more future-y, so we're going to go with that. Let's see what these are. A mine, 15 nanites, 10 power, 10 workers, extracts minerals such as iron, copper, potash, and zorium. Okay. Laser mine, extracts minerals much more quickly, 40% faster. That's fantastic. But destroys half of the minerals in the process. Wait, so these have a limited amount? They do. Okay, that's not great. How do I want to have this? Like, maybe like that? Facing away from the colony? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And then we're probably going to need a nanite processor. Let's see if it gives me a quest for it, though. I want the rewards if it can. If it can give it to me. We're gaining food. It says we're losing water. Oh, because it's not working because it won't pump unless it's at 22 per colonist. Okay, makes sense. Build it, build it, build it, build it, build it. Very nice. And you go back there and relax. Can we upgrade you? Happiness. Temporarily shut down. Repairs. Upgrades. Okay, so it'll take 12 nanites and it'll give me a whole nother drone. Yeah, totally do that. Reward available.
Progress is satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small reward. Choose wisely.
Nice. So I get to pick rewards. Okay, so I can get some rice. Our food's fine. Quinoa. I mean, we don't have these foods, so getting some variety would be good. But I kind of want the nanites just so I can expand more. Good, good. Let's go ahead and build a nanite processing factory then. Which, if it does what I think it does, produces nanites from iron, copper, and kilos. Up, new mission? Okay.
We have a new request for you, boss.
Geothermal. Good. I wanted to do that anyway. I'm going to build the nanite thing first, though. We need more power! High Command would like you to build a line of tunnels towards the nearest geothermal vent and place a geothermal generator on it. Look for the steam slowly rising from bubbling puddles just outside of your colony, and cap that steam vent with a geothermal generator. Don't forget to connect it to your existing structures with tunnels to ensure that it can transmit power to your colony. Cool. I'm going to build this first. Okay. Now, this brings my second question of this game. Do you have to transport resources? Because in a lot of city building games and city management games, you have to physically get a resource from a location, store it, and then get it from storage and take it to processing factories. Is that the case here? I'm gonna assume no for right now, because it doesn't seem like it is. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm mining something from here, is it just teleported into storage? And then if I would need to use it in the nanite processor, is it then just teleported to the processor? Or do people have to physically move it along the pathways? Because if so, it would be better for me to put this right here. Or right here. However, I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to stick it over to the side. Okay, we're going to do that for now. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I feel like there's good. And then we also want to build a line of tunnels this way and get the geothermal plant. I try to find a good way to make these look aesthetically pleasing, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of difference, really. I mean, I can face it that way, I can face it this way. I'll do that so it has the little cup facing the geothermal plant. Okay, let's buff the speed up, and there we go. Nice. So now we can do more jobs at once. Winter is coming. Okay, winter approaches, and our scans indicate the power failure is likely in winter unless you take steps to increase your power supply. Farms will not grow, greenhouses will produce at half the rate, and all solar structures will generate half power. Well, no, the solar panel's facing that way now, so I have no idea where the sun is. How the sun moves here. Oh, doesn't it look so great? Alright, and it doesn't look like it has any more upgrades. I'm still not at 200.
Your colony could benefit from more residential space.
And now we need more peeps. That makes sense. So we need more living space for our colonists soon. Let's start and build a... Start small and build an outpost. I kinda don't wanna. I kinda wanna just hop right in and build a habitat. What is happening? So this is winter. Not sure if I really like the screen effect. Not sure if I don't like it, but that's a neat touch. The people who made this game really cared about this game. I am gonna want to move this. What is that? No drones in range. Oh, they're little like cargo pods I can collect. Are there any more around here? Anybody see any cargo pods close by, or is that the closest one? Who wants to bet I get a mission to build a new drone thing closer so that I can get that? Also, show range. You... Really? Really now? Well, bananas. Okay. Let's complete the mission. Give me a little bit of stuff. Ooh, what are the green arrows for? Will provide workers too. Okay. A home for colonists. Relatively inexpensive, but only supports a small number of residents. Forward here is good. Let's get that built. Honestly, I'm really debating just getting that going. Okay, first let's take a look at some of our needs. Storage is 79% full, so we're going to need to upgrade that. Air quality, 98, that seems good. Population, average happiness, not great, 77, so they're, you know, content. What else is on this screen? Housing capacity used, 50%, unemployment 0, jobs filled 39. We need more people. Yeah, jobs filled 39. I'm gonna build this. This is huge. Oh, new mission available. Well, okay, let's see what that is first. More storage, yeah, sure enough. Again, let me know if this matters. If I have a storage here and I put stuff that needs resources over here, do people have to physically walk them all the way over there? Because if so, then that is a concern. Kind of curious as to how this operates. I'll get the three things right there and do that for now. I can put another storage on the other side too if I really want to. Ooh, that looks fantastic. That looks outstanding. Look at that. Oh, I dig that. I dig that a lot. That is great. This game is gorgeous. Oh, also, fun thing we can do. We have security cameras. I can cycle through some security cameras. Now, we can't actually place new ones as far as I can tell, but this is a neat feature.
Hey, Governor. I'm really happy to be in this colony.
Glad to hear it. Alright, so how much storage do we have now? Enough. Enough storage. Ooh, that's actually a good opportunity. Wow, we went from having 75, 80 about % of our storage occupied, and now it's only 20%. So can I deconstruct these? Yes. This structure is storing 488 units of resources. These will be lost if there is insufficient storage capacity elsewhere. So I have to make sure that we have enough storage. Don't destroy the resources that are in it. What happened? What? Why? No, pause it. You destroyed the resources. There's plenty to store in here. Why did it do that? It said that if there was enough room, it could move them over. Did it not say that? And instead it just decided, hey, we're gonna just destroy all the water. Seems like our food's fine. Fine, I'll get some more water plants going. Gonna buff this priority. Yep, go ahead and get that going. I know it's going up. I'm not too worried. It's just annoying that it deleted all of my water. Do they care? Do people care about having to get to... I mean, technically, if they don't care about having to walk through other buildings to get to buildings, then there's no reason to have walkways. I mean, okay, there may be some reason to have walkways get to specific locations, but in your main base, you might as well just stack everything together. Get that built. Don't worry, water's going up. Look at that, it's already way up. That's outstanding. Yeah, we're way over on the water requirements. We need more people. How are we looking on people here? Let's pause this real quick. 35% of jobs built. Jobs. Okay, is there a... Not that. How about this thing? 6 employed, 6 of 16 inhabitants. Come on now. Immigration center. Okay, that's nice. Trade hub. Okay, let's read through these because I'm curious. 25 nanites, so easily have that. Allows new colonists to immigrate from the colony ship. Also allows dissatisfied colonists to leave if immigration allowed social policy is enabled. Fair enough. I'll probably enable that. Supports trade with orbiting colony ship or with other colonies that you have previously established on Aven Prime. Really? Okay, that's cool. So, does that mean that effectively this will do nothing right now? But if I place it in this town or in this colony and then go to the next level, I can trade with this colony? That would be amazing. I would love that. That is a fantastic feature. Man, people who made this game, good ideas there. I really should have looked up the name of the developer, shouldn't I? Expedition Center. Allows you to send expedition teams on missions outside of the colony, including rescue, scientific analysis, resource acquisition, combat missions, hardware recovery, and more. Kick ass. Okay. We're gonna go with the immigration center for right now, and then we'll have a walkway coming straight down that way. Feel like that's pretty good for immigration. There we go. That'll look all nice. And then I can put a little shop right here. Yeah, I say that sarcastically. There really may be shops in the game. Rewards available. Shh. Immigrants, actually. I'm going to take the immigrants. New mission available.
Colony looks like it could benefit from a little bit
More inhabitants. Place an immigration center. Well, I have good news for you. That worked out perfectly. Just absolutely perfectly. Okay, go back to 1x speed real quick. Let's upgrade this one more time. Give me some extra drones. And just like that. I turned this the wrong way, didn't I? Yep, they're coming in from that direction. Oh well, no matter. New mission available, new mission available. Nice. Let's start with this one.
population growth target.
We'd like to see this colony grow. If you can support 50 colonists, we will reward you with nanites and food. If not, you're all going to die. To achieve this, you need an immigration center with sufficient power and staff levels to operate. You will also need enough housing to accommodate new immigrants. Then you will need to wait for enough people to arrive. Easy enough.
I'd like to recommend that you increase the amount of residential space in your colony.
Build a habitat. All right. These are really pretty. Now that your colonists are starting to arrive from the colony ship, we will need more residential units to accommodate them. Build a habitat. We demand it. Okay, I was actually just about to, so not a problem. Definitely don't want that over there. Sound pollution 4 days. What are you? What do you do? Basically keep us alive. Okay. Solar module. I'm thinking about deleting that and having a road coming down this way. But I can't yet. I can't delete it yet, but I can plan to delete it. I'm gonna need more power before I can delete it. Which, speaking of which, this was a dumb idea. Just pointing out, I made a mistake. It still seems to work. Doesn't seem to really care, but that was stupid of me. We're gonna go ahead and put the new housing down here. Yeah, we're gonna put the new housing right here. Do I like that? Or do I want it over here? This too much in the residential area. Well, that seems to be the front. I like this building. Very sci-fi. It's just, that's its characteristic, sci-fi. If I stick it here, it doesn't need the road, but it can have it later. Okay, fair enough. And then I'm gonna do that just to plan that out. Let's go ahead and get that, and now we need to make sure that this has enough people working at it. So for right now, I'm gonna make that a high priority thing, and I'm gonna return this to normal priority.
How to improve the air quality in your colony.
Improving the air quality. All right. We're quickly getting to a point where the air inside of our hermetically sealed colony will turn foul if we're not careful. The geothermal generator in particular will pollute the air fairly quickly. Why? Why would that be the case? Place an intake fan to help filter the external atmosphere and bring oxygen into your colony. It's a good idea to place this as close to your geothermal generator as you can. Okay, gonna point this out. In this same paragraph, she says the geothermal generator is polluting the air. A, why would that be the case? Whatever process we're using to do this should not be one that pollutes our internal air supply. That's not a hard thing to maintain. Secondly, she then tells me to put a fan intake right next to it. You see the problem here, right? Intake fan maintains Earth-like oxygen ratio inside the colony. This structure is vulnerable to toxic gas emissions. And then air filter maintains an Earth-like oxygen ratio inside the colony. It is much more expensive than air intake, but it also more effective and not vulnerable to toxic gas emissions. 26 nanites, 12 power, 5 workers, 10 nanites, 6 power, 4 workers. So, yeah. It's more than double. Ooh. That's a neat thing. So I imagine the redder those bars are, the worse everything is. Red says it's going down in those areas. Green says it's going up. Yeah, air quality change, clean air. So it wants me to put it here, like as close to the geothermal plant as possible. I can put it basically on the geothermal plant. I'm fine with that. Go for it. Go, my little drones. Okay, thing we were checking. We've got iron somewhere, right? Oh, I was only looking in the food category. Wait, right? Was that my... what? Okay, charts. I am happy that it gives me all these charts. I will look through them later. Iron, 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 iron. Iron is not being stored. No metals to process. Oh yeah, so sure enough, this is just not mining fast enough. Then I want to buff the priority of that, please.
Your colony could really benefit from a trade facility.
Build a trade hub to allow your colony to exchange resources with the orbiting colony ship. Someday we hope to set up a vast network across Avian Prime. Aven Prime, not Avian Prime, crushed hopes and dreams. With all the trade hubs lying the foundation for global economy. Okay, so I can trade with the ship as well. Oh, this is big. I kind of want to put it here. But at the same time, that would mean that I would have ships coming down to trade at the same... Oh, I can't put it right there. That would have been great. It'd be right next to the... It fits so perfectly right here. Another question for the peeps, and I might have to just force science this if no one gets back to me. If I recycle something, how much of it do I get back? Do I get 75% of the resources, 50%, or all of it? Because if it's 75 or higher, then I'm probably not going to worry too much about recycling, and I might recycle and move this. But for now, it's going right here. Not going to lie, I wish this had an arrow pointing which direction was front. Especially with these symmetrical buildings. So I'm just gonna put it there. There we go. And now it's right next to the stockpile. Which I was gonna put another stockpile right here, wasn't I? My bad. Oh well. How are you doing? Synthesizing 1 nanite. Tick. And now going straight into another nanite. Okay, so does that mean our storage finally has some iron in it? Or copper? It does. It has some copper. Still not enough for me to really want to build another one of these, especially because this is only working at half efficiency as well. Ooh, got some new missions.
We have a new trade mission available.
Who are you?
Maybe
New
it
guy.
will benefit your colony.
Export some melons. Great work. Now that you have 100 melons in your inventory... Have 100 melons. Use your trade hub to export them to us. Open the trade panel and select the appropriate contact. Completing a trade contract will take some time, so you'll need to be patient. Also, it's probably a good idea to set melons as non-consumable in your inventory, so that none of your colonists eat them before export. Export 100 melons. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that trade ship. That is amazing. So it loads up a cargo container gets loaded on the bottom, and then it flies away. Very, very nice. I like that. New mission here.
Thoughts on how to best expand your colony?
Extending the colony. There's a cargo pod not far... not far outside of your colony, on the far side of the largest lake nearby. And it's full of valuable food and nanites. Unfortunately, it's out of range of your construction drones by literally 1/10 of an inch. Place your second construction drone hub in that area. The white circle shows you the drag. Yeah, okay. I got it. I will go ahead and do that. Gonna just build a super one. Look at that. Right on the edge. So where do I want this to be? Ideally, I want it to be like over here so that I can expand this way a good chunk. Build C drone hub. Wait a second. See, okay, construction drone hub. Hopefully it's fine with that being the upgraded one. Let's export some melons. Let's go ahead and get these, and it will import me forage. Nice. That feels like I'm very much getting a win on that. If I go into my food stocks, how do I manage my food? Like, how would I go about maybe it's in storage. Get all these things off my screen. Storage, consumable. There we go. And now I can just make melons not be consumable. I'm gonna keep them consumable simply because I've got enough to still export them. Not worried people are gonna eat them. Okay, let's go ahead and get that moving then, shall we? Ooh, look at that. Also, that thing. I love that design right there. That's not stable at all, but I don't care. Get that locked into place. I love games when you can come really far down here and easily see what's going on. Games that lock you at views like up here, I'm not a huge fan of. But I can get right in this thing's face. It's just fantastic. And look, when I'm like this just looks like the industrial section. It's all sci-fi and futuristic and pretty, but look at what's happening. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Goodbye, melons. Goodbye, melons. Nice. Export 100 melons there, en route. Alright, thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in right here. Next time, we're going to continue expanding on this base, follow the missions, and I'm probably going to jump off script a little bit and try to expand a little quicker my own way. Want to go ahead and get this mine set up, get some more nanite production, yada yada, all that stuff. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.